Look at the market around you. Look at the state of the modern man. He is weak, he is distracted, he is addicted to cheap dopamine. He quits the moment things get hard. The market of society is crashing. The standard of excellence has plummeted to historic lows. Most people see this as a tragedy. The investor sees this as the greatest opportunity of his lifetime. Because the average is so low, the cost to be exceptional has never been cheaper. You don't need to be a superhero anymore. You just need to do the work that everyone else is selling off. This creates a massive market inefficiency, a gap. We call this the discipline arbitrage. You are buying success for pennies on the dollar simply because no one else is willing to pay the price of discomfort. You are about to make an unfair profit. This ends today. We are shifting your mindset from a consumer of comfort to a value investor of effort. We are going to apply the logic of Warren Buffett to your physiology and your psychology. In finance, arbitrage is the practice of taking advantage of a price difference between two or more markets. In life, the arbitrage is between the perceived cost of discipline, high, and the actual value of the result, massive. The herd thinks discipline is too expensive. They sell. You know discipline is undervalued. You buy. You're going to stop following the trends. You are going to stop day trading your fitness with fads and shortcuts. You are going to execute a long-term hold strategy on the most valuable asset class in existence, hard work. This is the three-part investment thesis. First, the contrarian buy, acquiring the asset. Second, the time horizon, compounding interest. Third, the economic moat, competitive advantage. The market is panicking. The weak are selling their potential. It is time for you to acquire it. The first rule of value investing is, buy when there is blood in the streets. When the crowd is running away from an asset, the price drops. That is when the master investor moves in. In the modern world, the crowd is running away from discomfort. They are running away from the squat rack. They are running away from the cold morning. They are running away from deep work. They are selling these experiences because they think they are painful liabilities. The contrarian investor knows the truth. He knows that discomfort is not a liability. It is a blue-chip asset. It is the only asset that pays a guaranteed dividend of growth. Buy the pain. When you walk into the gym and you see the empty squat rack, that is a mispriced asset. The market, the other people, thinks it's too hard. You see the arbitrage. You know that 5 sets of heavy squats will yield a hormonal and structural return that is 10x the investment of time. So you buy the squats. You monopolize the hard work. You must develop a contrarian instinct. When you feel the urge to sleep in, realize that everyone else is feeling that urge, and they are obeying it. If you obey it, you are part of the market crash. If you resist it, if you get up, you have just engaged in arbitrage. You have acquired a position that 99% of the market failed to take. Go against the herd. The value investor does not look for what is popular. He looks for what works. Fad diets are popular, speculative bubbles. Steak, eggs, and rice are boring, undervalued fundamentals. The investor buys the fundamentals. He accumulates the assets that have stood the test of time for 100 years. This transfers to your career. Everyone wants the remote work, 4-hour workweek, passive income dream. They are buying the hype. The arbitrage is in the deep work, the focus, the mastery of boring skills. While they are chasing the next big thing, you are quietly mastering the spreadsheet, the code, the sales script. You are buying the skills that no one else wants to learn because they are hard. Acquire the hard skills. This is how you build a portfolio of power. You become a collector of difficult things. Every time you do something hard, you're depositing gold into your account. The market is inefficient. It undervalues sweat. Exploit that inefficiency. Buy every drop of sweat you can. You have analyzed the market. You see the inefficiency. You are ready to buy the assets that others are selling. If you are ready to invest in the hard work, seal the deal. Hit the like button. It is your buy order. The transaction is confirmed. You have acquired the asset, the hard work. Now the amateur makes the fatal mistake. He becomes a day trader. He looks at the mirror the next morning. Where is the muscle? Where is the ROI? He checks the stock price every hour. He gets anxious. If he doesn't see a massive return in 2 weeks, he panics. He sells. He quits. He calls it a bad investment. The value investor operates on a decade-long horizon. He understands the eighth wonder of the world: compound interest. Play the long game. In the gym, gains are not linear. They are exponential. The first year, the curve is flat. You are putting in capital, but the interest hasn't kicked in. The day trader quits here. He misses the curve. The investor holds. He knows that the real money is made in year 5, year 10. When you see a man with a thick, dense, powerful physique, you are not seeing luck. You are seeing accumulated compounding. He didn't get rich quick. He invested in heavy lifting every single week for 500 weeks. The interest on his effort started to earn interest. Trust the compounding. Your discipline must be boring. Warren Buffett is famous for being boring. He buys a stock and holds it for 30 years. Your workout routine should be boring. If you are changing your routine every month because you are bored, you are a day trader. You are paying transaction fees, relearning movements, and losing value. Sticking to the same compound lifts. Adding 5 pounds a month went for 5 years. That is the boring strategy that creates millionaires. That is how you build a body that looks like it was carved from granite. Boredom is profitable. This requires a shift in time preference. The poor man has high time preference. He wants pleasure now, pizza, Netflix, skipping the gym. He discounts the future. The wealthy man, the operator, has low time preference. He sacrifices the now for a massive multiplier in the future. He suffers through the squat session today, knowing it creates a dividend of strength that will pay him for the next 40 years. He eats the clean meal today, knowing it is a deposit into his longevity. He is not depriving himself. He is allocating capital. You must stop asking, "What do I get out of this today?" and start asking, "What will this asset be worth in 10 years?" The day trader goes broke. The holder gets rich. Hold the line. You have the asset, effort. You have the time, consistency. Now you build the defense. In finance, Buffett looks for companies with a wide economic moat. A moat is a barrier that makes it impossible for competitors to attack you. If your business is easy to copy, you have no moat. You have no protection. In life, your discipline is your moat. Widen the moat. The discipline arbitrage works because the entry cost to your level of performance is too high for the competition. If you wake up at 5 a.m., train heavy, eat clean, and work deeply, you have dug a moat that 99% of men cannot cross. They cannot compete with you. They don't have the capital, willpower to pay the price of entry. This is the unfair advantage. It is unfair because you have done things they are unwilling to do. You are operating in a market of one. Become untouchable. When you walk into a room with a physique built by 10 years of heavy iron, that is a moat. No one can fake that. No one can buy that with money. No one can steal it. It is an unforgeable proof of work. It signals to every client, every partner, every rival, I have resources you do not have. I have a will you cannot match. This is why the gym is critical for business. It creates a psychological spread. When you are negotiating with a man who looks soft, who looks undisciplined, you subconsciously know you have the leverage. You know he breaks under pressure. You know he seeks comfort. You know his valuation is inflated. But when you are the iron, when you are the discipline, you control the frame. You have the superior asset class. Your moat protects you from the volatility of the market. Recessions happen, layoffs happen, chaos happens. But the man with the discipline moat is safe. He has reserves. He has capacity. He is solvent when the world is bankrupt. Secure your position. This is the ultimate goal of the value investor. Not just to make money, but to be secure, to be independent of the madness of the crowd. By hoarding discipline, by arbitraging the weakness of the world, you build a fortress that cannot be breached. You are not competing with them. You are buying the assets they are throwing away. And you are building an empire on the ruins of their laziness. Build the fortress. This is the discipline arbitrage. This is the secret of the value investor. The market is crashing. The world is getting weaker. This is not a crisis. This is your opportunity. 1. The contrarian buy. Buy the pain. Do the work everyone else is selling. 2. The time horizon. Ignore the daily fluctuations. Hold the asset for the decade. Let the compound interest work. 3. The economic moat. Use your discipline to build a barrier to entry that makes you untouchable. You are not lucky. You are not gifted. You are simply a better investor. You put your capital where the real value is. If you are ready to play the market, to exploit the arbitrage, subscribe to this channel. This is your investment firm. And for your final transaction, sign the ledger. Comment below with arbitrage executed. It is your signal. The deal is closed. The profit is locked. Now, shut this off. Check your portfolio. Go buy the pain.